Hi guys, welcome back. I am going to be reacting to the news that has been circling all over Twitter related to the selective service and transgenderism. This is how you also know that the government doesn't even buy its own bullshit that men and women are the same. No, they know good and well that men and women are different. And this here literally proves it. So without further ado, we're gonna watch Louder Crowder's take on this and then just talk about it.
This is what happens when you try and force the people who have no business being warriors to be warriors. They then complain that they might actually be thrust into a warrior role. No, it should all be performance-based.
All right, so we got to jump into this story because the military, as we've noted before, is having a really hard time going to woke and trying to make sure that they get people recruited. And it's just, when you take a dump on yourself as the military, it makes it really hard. But now they're saying that transgenders do have to, in fact, join the military, right? So it's official. If you were born a dude, you have to sign up for selective service. And
that means draft, right?
That's draft, yes. For all of those out there, that's when you sign a card that says, hey, if we make a really bad decision and go to war with somebody for whatever reason we deem necessary or politically expedient at the time, you got to go.
And you know, look, we all know that it's men who fight wars. It's men who are on the front lines, not women.
Except for women.
Oh. Except for women.
But they still got the vote.
Is that true? They did get the vote. No bucket
no,
duty, no
women
draft.
are not in the draft. But you used to only get the vote if you were eligible for the draft. And then women were like, we want to vote. And we're like, okay, do you want to do the draft? Like, we don't want to do that. We said, you can vote anyway.
Yeah.
So you have to do selective service if you select a cervix?
I'll allow it.
I don't know if they do a cervix. I don't know if they do a cervix. I think it's just I think it's just like an inward tremor.
Oh, it's true. I don't even know what's down there.
No.
It's like the sound effects from Dune.
Yes.
A couple of Mick Jaggers.
Yeah. All right. So, look, this isn't a new policy or anything. This has kind of been in place for a while. But the topic did go viral when the U.S. Selective Service posted a tweet about who actually needs to register. And I'll read the quote for you. Parents, if your son is an only son and the last male in your family to carry the family name, he is still required to register with the, and you should never abbreviate with S's.
No.
It's just, even if you're using 3, 4, the SSS. Okay, just don't do that. Selective service, just say it. It's okay.
They also shouldn't have used lightning bolts.
That's true. I know they were big fans of Zeus, but still, you shouldn't do it. And
this movie, Saving Private Ryan, would be like 3 minutes long.
That was such a good movie. And oh my God, Saving Private Ryan is such a good movie.
Oh, now it's a beach.
We couldn't find him.
Yeah. The doors just go down, and you just hear the Germans from the turrets. That's it?
That's all you bring?
Oh, okay.
Save your bullets.
We tried, then we just had lunch.
They will all drown. They cannot swim. Well, look, that tweet links to the transgender section, the one that we just quoted, of the SSS, bad name, website where the official policy is listed, right? So this is what people are clicking on. U.S. citizens or immigrants who are born male and changed their gender to female are still required to register. Individuals who are born female and change their gender to male are not required to register. Comment below. Do you think that's fair? If you were born a woman and you add on the requisite materials or not, and you just take off the ones that, we don't have, you don't have to join up.
It begs the question, why?
Yeah.
Why? They don't believe their bullshit.
No, of course not.
Yep, 100% agree with Crowder. They do not believe the bullshit that they're literally forcing on women. They know good and well there's a difference between men or women, or else they wouldn't be requiring transgenders who were born biologically a male to still be required to sign up for the selective service. Think about that. Let that sit in. The logic is just not there. You know this is all political, and they're playing with people's lives. And in particular, they're playing around with women's rights when it comes to their safety. Okay.
Like if you're female to male, you're absolutely 100%. You have all the shared experiences. You are now completely a man, right? You now exist through all the experience that is.
You get all the privileges,
but of course, we don't expect you to be as physically capable. You don't need to be eligible for selective service. Look, either be 100% on one side or the other. You can't really consistently have it both ways. They don't believe it.
No, and what's really funny is that people now in the transgender community, thank you, aren't happy about the news at all. And so this is pretty funny. A headline in Pink News, by the way, if you didn't know, a gay publication.
What?
A headline read, trans women...
I read Balloon, not Herald.
Yeah.
I read 3 in the Stink.
Yes.
Plane Drifter.
Brown Starfish Post.
All the news that's fit to pound. It's the chair. It just does it to me. Anyway, that
One
seems
Brown Eye Times.
that seems a bit on the nose as a name for your publication.
Lesbian.
It would be normal in Babylon. They're good. Well, the quote read, trans women must sign up for the U.S.
The
military.
O-Ringian.
Damn you.
Stop it.
I'm just waiting.
That's the last one.
No, I have more, but I'm trying to figure out what's going to get us ripped off the internet.
Oh, there's a lot.
Babylon
You don't think the SS Trans Brigade is going to do it?
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just very curious. I think personally, well, we're on a serious topic. If you're going to put on the dong, it's just probably worse than any pun I was going to make. You should probably go and fight.
Yes. Yes. Or subscribe to the Pink News.
Yes. That's what I do.
Just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Anyway, here's the quote from
If
said
the cock
Pink.
don't
Oh,
fit,
geez.
you can't join the outfit.
No. Drop down and give me head.
Stop it.
Do I look like an asshole?
What we have here is a
Actual quote,
failure
sorry.
to scissorate.
You were about to call me an asshole. That was the quote from Arlie Ermy. All right, listen. We're going to get through this. Pink News. Trans women must sign up for the U.S. military draft under irrational and outdated
I didn't know
rule.
they stacked dicks that high.
They carry him out like officer and gentleman. Love dick us up where we belong.
I will cut off your balls so that you cannot fight in any of my wars, Private.
Well, good. Wouldn't be the first one.
He's like, already done it.
Just fly and you live a lie.
We're so banned. The article also included some scathing responses by trans activists on Twitter. They were not very happy about this. F the selective service system and its transphobic, bioessentialist inclusion of trans women as men. I don't know why an accent is necessary to read that. It just seems irrational, so I did it.
Fair.
Another user lamented on their status as a trans person, and this is where it really starts to hit home, guys. Really, this is a serious moment. Being
Home
trans,
where their dad hasn't been in 9 years.
That's true. Probably longer. Being trans isn't fun anymore.
You lose.
Please sound like that.
Any sentence. You're just taking all the fun out of it, guys.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Being trans isn't fun anymore.
Neither is life.
I just got my selective service letter. They're going to put me in the trenches. Those are called early graves.
Yeah, they don't use trenches anymore.
Because it's about fun.
Yeah, it's been about about 100 years since we did trench warfare. I mean, maybe there's a trench here or there, for some cover, but it's not like that's what we normally do.
Yeah.
And do us a favor, hit the like button. It absolutely screws.
He was
with YouTube,
hoping for
and we
a
like to do that.
a fuck hole.
Any hole will do.
Yeah, that's right. I'd like to share a glory hole with you anytime.
Yes.
I will say this, okay? These guys definitely remind me of being in the military and hanging out with guys. This is how they act. And to be honest, I do miss it. I miss the banter. It's fun. Not a lot of women can deal with it. But, I was in the IT sector. So there were women, don't get me wrong, but a lot of it were men. And I just liked hanging out with them because I made sure I kept their computers good. And whenever they would go out, the wire and stuff, they would bring me back things from when we were in Iraq or Afghanistan. So that was their way of, saying thank you. But another thing I used to do too for them was run cables through from switches so they can play each other if they're in a different building. So we'll have like a central switch, and if they wanted to all play a Call of Duty, obviously they would need someone to run, wire cable, Cat5 cable. And since a lot of them didn't know how to do it, they would ask me. And because of that, I would, be in there playing games with them, and they definitely talk like this, but it was awesome. It was cool. And I do miss those days. So, I wanted to say, oh my God. So there's a glory hole, man. There's this one, oh my God. Oh my God. So they, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to actually say this, but clearing barrels. I don't know if you got, clearing barrels are these barrels that we have overseas, and you have them usually around military installations too, around ranges. You want to make sure that you discharge your weapon properly, that you have no chamber in the round. So before leaving or exiting off of a range or entering into a building, you normally would put your gun inside of this hole. It's called a clearing barrel, and you would, pull the trigger just in case, there was your one round in the chamber. It would go inside of there instead of accidentally going inside someone's butt. If you accidentally shoot it, well, pull your hand on the trigger. So that right there was one that, hearing glory holes and then clearing barrels was like code words for certain parts of anatomy, females' anatomy. But anyways, we'll go back. We'll go back.
You can be in my hole.
Oh, what?
Whoa, no, don't sound by that. No, come on. Context matters.
Just gay.
None of them are fighting, but they are all hiding behind.
It's a camaraderie, Dave. Band of brothels.
Yeah. They don't even bring guns.
They just immediately abandon their post. It's like Homeward tit bound. Just run
away. Well, all of this is interesting because then we had a bit of a different reaction when the Donald Trump banned trans people from joining the military. Watch.
What do you want, not just the president, but others out there to know about your service, your commitment to this country?
Right. I can't think of a single person that decides to join the Army or the military, any branch of service, on a whim. We all want to do something that is much larger than ourselves and contribute in a way, and are extremely patriotic and hardworking people. And to think of people judging us by happening to be transgender, that shouldn't make any difference on our ability to serve, and it doesn't make any difference on our ability to serve. We all carry out our jobs and do our duties every single day, and this isn't going to stop me from continuing to show up, continuing to do my job. I have never missed a training as a result of being transgender.
This is the thing. Okay, and let me let this man finish, or whatever this person finish, and then I will continue.
This hasn't impacted my ability to serve, and I've fulfilled my obligations over the last 12 years.
Well, Captain Robert.
Okay, here's the thing. To sit here and say that there's being transgender and then joining the service will not affect you in any way. Yes, it does. You will be taking hormones that literally go against the nature of your body. And if you are a woman trying to be put in a man's position, and I don't know about his service. I don't know whatever. I don't even know what that is. Okay, to be honest, I don't know whether that person went to overseas and if they were in part of a combat unit. I don't know that, but I have personally seen individuals that have to go outside the wire, being an IT person, having to make sure all of their comms are okay in their vehicles before they exit out the wire. I personally see the gear that these individuals have to put on, the how heavy these doors are, the machinery that they have to carry, the saw. I'm sorry, that is really heavy to pick up. As a female, I would not want to be in charge of having that on a team, on a an infantry team, going outside the wire and be forced to carry that weapon. That weapon is extremely heavy, and it's made, in my opinion, for someone who's built heavy, who's built enough to carry a piece of machinery like that whenever they need it. And honestly, I don't think women are strong enough to pick up a saw and carry it around all the time as part of a part of a squad that needs that weapon when they're going outside the wire. So for them to sit here and that's the thing about these types of individuals. They say they've been in for 12 years, and like I said, I don't know whether or not that person deployed. Actually, we can tell if they deployed if they have a patch on their arm, and they have deployed. So yes, this person has deployed. You can tell because they have 2 patches on both side of the of their shoulders here. So I don't, and this person definitely seems to be a combat. That is a combat badge. So this individual, obviously, I give credit. They've gone out. They're part of the infantry. They have a combat action badge. So I have a combat action badge. So. And I really didn't do shit. Only reason why I have it is because we were being fired at and being bombed at. Literally had 12 rockets hit our freaking compound. Like 4 people died that day, and therefore we were awarded a combat action badge. So I really don't know what this person's record is, but for them to sit here and act like there's no difference between men and women when it comes to these delicate things such as being an active member in war, it most definitely matters. We should not be having women out there fighting these types of wars. We just don't, okay? They could be medics, and I've seen that a couple of times. I've seen that both going to Iraq and Afghanistan, like female medics being on the front line to provide medical services to those who might be injured, who get injured while outside the wire. But this like the buffoonery to sit here and act like there's no difference physically, mentally too, it's disingenuous, and this type of wokeness should not be in the military. This is how people will die, because you'll have individuals who will be cowards, just like these transgenders now who don't want to be even involved with, who feel a certain way because now they're being told that, hey, just because you decided to switch your genders, it doesn't make you immune to the possibility that you might have to be called up in a draft and go overseas and fight. If you are an American citizen, that is your duty. If not, then you can move, you can get on, but just know that wars are fought by the strongest, not by cowards and those wanting special privileges. If you can't even make it in the real world, what makes you think you're gonna make it over there? And to be honest, we need to start, there's nothing wrong with being a transgender. But when you start trying to blur the lines and saying that women can be, trans women can be women without realizing that, hey, you don't even have to go through the surgery. You can simply identify as one. It makes it very dangerous for women here. But now you don't want to go over and possibly fight an actual man that will probably kick you in your fucking teeth. You want to sit here and cry and whine about it? No. Where's the freaking consistency? Where's the consistency? And this is the problem with the Democrat Party. Nothing that they do makes sense. Not trying to say the Republicans are better, but it is clear these people have gone off the rocker. But when it comes to our national security, you see they wise up real quick. No. So this is how you know how them, attacking Trump back in the day because he didn't want transgender service members to be bought into into the service. Y'all complained and bitched and complained so much about Trump saying that, but now that they're telling you need to freaking sign up, if you're a man, you want to cry and whine and bitch about it. No, you can't have it two ways. You wanted it, okay, guess what, now you just have to reap whatever comes with it. Because your genetic makeup will never change. It will never change. You will never be a fucking woman. And if all hell breaks loose, and if bombs start dropping on your facilities that make your or manufacture your hormone medicines, you will be stuck. What if there's no one out there to make your hormone medicines to give it to you? You will revert back to whatever it is that you were, a man. Okay, so stop it. You're just cowards, and it clearly shows. And you knew, and everyone knew that this whole transgenderism thing was a farce. It was just coward men wanting to have an easier life, and all they thought they could do was just put on a woman's wig, dress like a woman, say that they are a woman, and that, you know, they'll have an easier life. Now it's not fun, huh? Because whenever it's not fun now, it's not fun. Okay, you can't have it. You cannot have it your way. This is not Burger King. This is our national security. And maybe if the military hadn't gone all woke, they probably wouldn't be struggling for recruits or retention right now. So this is your own, this is your own making, okay? Your LGBTQ community. This is your problem, not females' problem. Anyways, thanks. Like and subscribe.